I'm super excited today because now AWS Lambda supports Node 8.10. I've been waiting for this for such a long time. So the cool thing that we get with Node 8.10 runtime is the support for async await. And what this gives us is the ability to write very clean asynchronous code that looks like synchronous code. And so you can read all about it on their blog, on their website here. And if you haven't already subscribed, you can follow the AWS Compute blog through their RSS feed or through their mailing list. But in this example, I'll show how to use async await very simply. I'm using the Node serverless framework to create a Lambda function and push it up to the cloud. So in the old days, Node.js 6.10, our Lambda functions looked like this. They had this nasty function signature, and they returned using the traditional callback, error first callback methods. So this is very clunky and very old, and you can easily write messy code using this old approach. So the new approach is here's our function signature. It's async, and which means we can use await. So whenever you put await in a function, you have to make sure that it's enclosed with this async construct. Hence, this approach is called async await. So whenever you see await, there should be a matching async with it. So here is our main Lambda function. It's decorated with an async, so we can use await. And so what this is doing is we're calling this getHello function, which is down here. It's an asynchronous function. It returns a promise. It resolves with hello. And here's our other function, getWorld. It's an asynchronous function that returns a promise that resolves with the value world. So what happens is when execution comes to this line, we execute this asynchronous function and we wait for this to finish and we get our value. And then we go to the next line. We execute this asynchronous function. We wait for this to finish. We get our value. And then we return these strings in our return method right here. So if we execute this function in our Lambda console, we'll see we get hello world. And I just love this idea of using async await. This is a great foundation to build very complicated networking asynchronous code. So for example, this could be, let's say you wanted a Lambda job that connects to an API, gets some data, and stores it to your database. This getHello function could be a function that gets an auth token. So this could be getAuth token. And once we get our auth token, then we say get data, and we pass our token into this method. So this is a great foundation, a great basis for building complicated asynchronous code and making it look nice and readable.